Of all the big-time sibling duo filmmakers that have left a huge cultural impact on cinema and are still currently churning out interesting and sometimes truly great films, the duo that first comes to mind, obviously, is Peter and Bobby Farrelly. Okay, maybe not them, but they'd probably make the top 10, maybe. These same guys who brought us the riveting tale of two misfit buddies trying to make it in this cruel world, or one of the truly awe-inspiring redemption stories in sports history, which of all their filmography is still my favorite, and who could forget their charming take on love and inner beauty.
I could, as a friend, sort of look the other way while you banged a few fatties.
And these same guys made the 2018 Best Picture winner Green Book. So of course we're here to discuss 2001's live-action animated buddy cop movie, Osmosis Jones. This film centers around, and technically very much on the inside of Frank, played by the always awesome Bill Murray, whose poor diet and slobbish lifestyle is threatening his life and his insides, also known as the City of Frank, which introduces us to our animated world and Chris Rock as an overeager white blood cell detective, Ozzy Osmosis Jones, who soon partnered up with the straight-laced cold pill named Drix, and that's the mismatched buddy cop angle of the movie. We're taken back to live-action segments of Frank and his poor lifestyle choices and his fairly well-adjusted daughter trying to get him to straighten out. But Frank is stubborn, and you'll see he has to learn his lessons the hard way. The basic MO of the rest of the movie is Frank will have some ill side effect from his poor diet, and we're taken back to the animated city of Frank, where we see the politics of the mayor in his current re-election bid and his shady antics and willingness to sweep the issues of Frank under the rug, which then hinders the investigation for Ozzy, who's kind of a laughingstock on the force, even though he's the one that notices a deadly virus has made its way into Frank. It's then up to Ozzy and Drix to get to the bottom of this case, and they do make a pretty good buddy cop pairing, Ozzy being the young hotshot type, while Drix is the by-the-book and kind of stuck-up one. And along their investigation, we get some pretty cool animated set pieces and characters designed around the fact that this is inside of a human body. And you get a bunch of villainous germs and gangsters led by the new deadly virus in town known as Thrax, who plans to kill Frank in the next 48 hours. That's basically the main conflict that Ozzy and Drix are trying to thwart, except Frank isn't exactly doing them any favors. I had not seen this movie since I was like 11 or 12, and of course I didn't really know who the Farrelly brothers were then. I didn't even know till recently that this was made by them. But if you did know that, then this kind of insane, gross-out humor may not come as a surprise to you. I had always thought of this as a kid's movie, so I was kind of taken aback by the grody-ness that they actually get away with here. And honestly, that's my favorite aspect of Osmosis Jones. I do find the animated segments interesting enough, but if the whole movie was animated, I wouldn't be making this video. I would have been perfectly entertained just watching 90 minutes of Bill Murray being a disgusting slob hanging out with the always awesome comedic legend Chris Elliott. And he's great here. I just wish he had more screen time. They brought the goods when it comes to the voice acting cast and the comedic talent. I could definitely see Osmosis Jones becoming a film that develops a bit of cult appeal. I mean, it's somehow only rated PG despite some insane gross-out scenes with Bill Murray. And that's pretty much the selling point of this film for me. You could say that Osmosis Jones is a gross-out adventure buddy cop masterpiece with some life lessons, and maybe this piece of cinema will help you change your eating habits. I'd never really pay any money to watch this, but it is a cool curiosity if it's like free on a streaming service like it was for me, which I think was on Tubi. So check this one out.